Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be flying out a workhorse in the Pacific, the F4F Wildcat. This is the Dash 3 and it's one of the earlier variants that Grumman produced. Overall, there were 7,825 Wildcats produced between September 1937 and August of 1945. The Wildcat is one of those, I guess you would say, forgotten / underappreciated aircraft that really did a lot of the heavy lifting in the war. By the end of 1942, the Wildcat had a 9-to-1 kill ratio over the Japanese. It was a very rugged, heavily armed carrier-based fighter, but was outperformed by its main competitor, the A6M-0. They both had their strengths and weaknesses. For example, the Zero was fast, extremely agile, and was a long-range fighter. But for the Zero to achieve this, it needed to sacrifice a lot of weight. This means that it had almost no armor or any pilot protection. While on the other hand, the Wildcat was very heavily armored but not as fast and agile as the Zero. The Wildcat had a more powerful and reliable engine compared to the Zero. An interesting fact is that every Zero that took off carried enough ammo to shoot down one Wildcat, and the Wildcat had enough ammo to shoot down 5 to 7 Zeros. That's a pretty large difference. Other than that, here are some clips from a couple of my games flying in the Wildcat. As I'm flying around looking for targets, I see this Lag 3, so I'm going to try to take him out. Always remember to be aware of your surroundings. I start my dive, but change targets to the Yak 1 because I see that my teammate's already on the Lag 3 that I was initially going for. I start firing. Just after a couple shots, he's on fire. And just like that, he's in a flat spin, so I just leave him be. Now I'm gonna go for this Lag 3 in front of me. I got a couple shots off on him. And then I just come back around to kill him, and there's not much that he can do about that. I see an enemy I-16, so I'm gonna turn towards him to try and get the kill. Like I said before, always be aware of your surroundings. I see that I-16 getting a lot closer, so I'm going to climb above him some more to get another advantage. Always looking around me. I see that I-16 changes targets, so I'm going to use that to my advantage and stay above him. I start my dive. I fire a couple shots and miss, and then I fire a couple more and kill him. I see the DB7, so now I'm going to climb with all the energy I just got and head towards him. I start firing, and after all that, it's not too hard to kill him. And just like what I've said before, always be aware of your surroundings, because if I never looked, I would have never seen the BF-109 behind me. I see that the 109 is coming in very close, so I'm going to dive down to get some more speed and energy. Now that I see the I-180 diving onto me, I'm going to go wings level to not get myself killed. Now I'm in a pretty bad spot because both these enemies are above me, and I'm low and slow. I see that the I-180 is diving onto me, so I'm going to try to turn away from him and hopefully get a couple shots off on him. Unfortunately, I miss. I know that the 109 is coming back in, so I'm going to dive to get my speed and energy back. I got very lucky that he doesn't shoot here. I dump all my flaps so I can tighten up my turns. I dodged this I-180. I see this 109 starting to dive on me again, so I raise all my flaps and try to gain as much energy and speed as I can. He starts firing, I almost have a wing strike, and he flies right by. Now I know that I'm probably dead, but thankfully the I-180 crashes behind me, and I get lucky again. The BF-109 makes a very crucial mistake and goes vertical, so I can get a couple easy shots off on him. I dump my flaps to stay in slow flight, but he's able to get his nose just barely off on me. But thankfully I'm in a Wildcat, and this is a very rugged aircraft like I was just talking about a couple minutes ago. I'm able to get a couple more shots off on him and set him on fire. I see that he's probably not able to make it back to his airfield, so I'm just going to break off to hopefully get back to my airfield. That's a nice bridge. And of course, as I'm peacefully flying back to my airfield, my game crashes. And unfortunately, I'm not able to go back into the game because I crashed. At first I'm going for this B-18, but then this BF-109 F1 comes up in front of me, so I'm going to kill him right here. Now I'm going to dive into the sea of red. I'm able to hit this MiG-3. Now I'm going to turn back around into the mosh pit. And now I pretty much just go into God mode. I stop firing at the Sakin to conserve my ammo because I see that he's going down. I see this B-18 behind me, so now I'm going to turn back around to hopefully kill him. I do have to keep in mind though that my ammo is low. I'm able to just get a couple of little hits on this guy, and then I have 41 rounds left. Fire right in the middle, his engine sets fire, and I turn away. I see that fire is burning pretty good, so I'm just going to leave him be. After a couple seconds, the fire's too much, and he overall just crashes, and I get the kill. I am coming in way fast, but I know I have plenty of runway, so I just hold it off. And just like that, a successful landing. And then we're able to win the game with 6 kills. Thank you to everybody for watching. If anyone has any suggestions of what aircraft they want me to fly next, I'll happily fly that aircraft. Just put that in the comment section down below.